Okay, so we're going to combine like terms using algebra tiles. So we're going to practice doing the algebra tiles first, and then we'll practice combining like terms, just so we can get familiar with them. So this one is called 1x squared, or x squared. This is x, or 1x, and this is your constant 1. Okay, when we turn them over, we get the negative 1x squared, or negative x squared, and this is a negative x, or negative 1x, and this is negative 1. Okay, so let's practice writing them first. So let's see. If we had these two, we would say we had, this is 1x squared, and this is 1x squared. So we'd have 2x squared. Okay? So let's try this one. Let's see what you can do with this one. Let's do, let's write an expression for that one. So this is 1x squared plus 2x squared plus 2. Do a new one. Okay, write your expression for this one. So negative 2x squared plus x minus 1. You could say 1x if you want to. Okay? So those are your tiles. That's writing the expression with those tiles. Now let's combine tiles. Let's combine like terms. And we already actually did one or two of them. For example, if I put, okay, so in order to combine like terms, they have to look alike before you can add them together. So this is an x squared, this is an x squared, and this is an x squared. So I have 1x squared plus 1x squared plus 1x squared gives me 3x squared. There are 3 of those. Later on, when we do this by hand, without seeing the tiles, you're going to just see the expression, and it would look like this. And what you're doing is, see how these are all x squared, meaning they all look alike? In order for me to add those together, they have to look alike. So our variables have to look alike. And when that happens, we add our coefficients. So we'll say 1, 2, 3, and there's 3x squared. Okay? Let's do these. So all these look alike, right? So this is really a 1x, this is a 1x, this is a 1x, this is a 1x. So I can add those together. So I get 4x. Again, later on, they have the same variable to the same power, and you would add your coefficients. Likewise with these. They all look alike, right? This is 1, this is 1, this is 1, this is 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and that equals 4. Okay, now let's mix it up. So let's use different tiles. So we have this one, and this one. So now we have, they're the same size, but this one's negative, right? So this is a 1x squared, this is a 1x squared, and this is a negative 1x squared. When we combine them, again, they look alike, so we can combine them, but this one's a negative. Well, when you have a positive and a negative, the same thing, they cancel each other out, right? So that's called creating a zero pair. Just eliminates each other. It just cancels them out. So what we're left with is 1x squared. Okay, next one. Do this one. Okay. So this one does not look like these. So I can't add this one to that or combine them together. I can write them as an expression. This is 1x squared, this is 1x, this is 1x, and this is negative 1x. So I have 1x squared Doesn't look like anything. And then I'm going to combine these because these are like terms. So I'm going to make my 0 pair. And there's my answer. Remember, I can just write this because the coefficient's 1. I can write it like this. It's the same thing. This is not incorrect. This is just completely simplified. Okay, do another one. So let's do this one, this one, this one. And let's add these. Okay? So, not going to write it down this time. I'm just going to use my tiles, knowing that if they look alike, I'm going to add them together. Okay? So I'm going to make my 0 pairs. Well, these two cancel each other out. These two cancel each other out. Doesn't matter if I use the other one or this one. And they cancel each other out. So what I'm left with is this. So I have 1x squared minus 1x plus 1. Or I can say x squared minus x plus 1. Next one I'm going to put up, and I'm going to give you a few minutes to do it on your own, and then I'll demonstrate it. So let's do... Make sure we have enough room here on the screen. Okay. Okay. So I'll give you time to think about it. If you have to, draw yourself the little squares on your paper and then cancel them out by making your 0 pairs. Okay, so I'm going to make my 0 pairs, make my 0 pairs, make my 0 pairs. So those are gone. And there. So my answer is 2x squared plus 1. Okay, so then you're going to go to use the virtual algebra tiles, and the instructions are in there.